This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. The second of 3 games here on this Sunday. We continue with Super Wildcard Weekend here on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. On play action, Rattler. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Touchdown, New Orleans. David Njoku, 53 yards. And the Saints will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run for the first time with a speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. Skirts by him at the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
What I continually hear from running backs and offensive linemen is how often they're actually getting together to watch film so they can get in sync with each other, understand blocking patterns better, how a running back likes to cut, what he wants to do. And boy, it all came together on that one.
That's one where they watch that and say, hey, we did everything we were supposed to do right there.
That looked like the play we drew up and designed. And then we got to see it unfold in real time.
Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Lions respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Rattler. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Nothing open downfield. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Rattler. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
What time does your second period start?
9:50.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Right, what's going on? What do they have for the kids?
Like
And Rattler will throw again. Well, throw on the run, but that's going
We have to follow the schedule.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. That is caught. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's into space past the 25. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A.T. Perry, 53 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely loved what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. Also let you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting. And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish wish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rattler. Into the hands of Perry, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag right to the tight end.
Stacked up a war.
The size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 3.
The NCAA? Well, you.
To the air is Rattler.
Kindergarten teachers are going up against each other.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To the air once more is Rattler. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Make him
and
miss.
It's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. In motion right, Olave. Rattler wants to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion.
Who are you going to take?
Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Back to throw again. And he's going to be taken down.
The Georgia Bulldogs.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack
You beat
of the
me.
game.
That's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep
Team
getting
pretty
in his
good.
face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. These two teams all tied after one.
Yeah, well, you just went to the national title.
The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try. This one from 48 yards away. Sly able to put this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take, punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Scarborough. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Why? Why would you do that to
From
yourself?
the 33, here's second down and 7. Looking to throw. Scarborough. It's Jackson again on the reception. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Well, if you like the matchup and that connection works to start the drive, no reason to go away from it. Let that defense prove that they can stop you. And here, it's 2 throws and 2
Go to bed,
downs.
William.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
From the gun on third down, Scarborough working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Lions first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Buying time to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
You're not going to win with those
He's got to be overjoyed with the result. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
They'll run on first down. Rudd. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Lions have moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle.
on your computer
And
games,
make this a
force
4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Olave over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Yeah, if you don't play Arkansas, Georgia, Tennessee.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Off the play fake, it's Rattler. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you
man,
get
he
defense
got
thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Sharp move, but can't find much space. Drop just inside the 20. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
They'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates. They've got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
He's airing it out for Williams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jackson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll look to throw here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Rattler. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I can't help it. Every time I see an empty backfield, I almost revert to college football because that's an immediate alert for a quarterback draw. We don't see it as much in the NFL, and he stayed in the pocket and threw one incomplete. But I think if you've got a guy with wheels, it can be a really nice play because a lot of defenses, when they see empty, they come with pressure.
And without that protection, he took a hit there, went down to the ground. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC Wildcard bout. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Dancing to his left. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back to throw now on first down. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
He's going to look deep down the field. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. David Njoku with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Slide for the PAT. And the lead is now 13. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Yep, not again.
Here are the Lions now as they
Won't be that
line up
number 10.
and kick this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Cook up the gut. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return.
You were right by.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the third.
My first mistake.
Another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines rolling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now Rattler. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. 3rd and 19. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. He's got him in. Complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 85 yards. And the Saints have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. High-scoring first half, and to this point, a high-scoring second half. A lot of offense, Charles.
Very entertaining game for guys like you and me, being able to watch it. Anyone who's here in the stadium, they've got to be having a blast, wondering who's going to score next and who's going to gain an advantage. The people who hate this,
the guys that play your old position, right?
My old position, anyone on defense, this is not a satisfying game for them, not at all.
Yeah, these offenses rolling. Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 56 yards rushing for him now to this point. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
2nd and 1. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Back to throw. Scarborough. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Trying the left side with Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, a 23-yard run. And the Lions have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will put them on top here in the third. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
I don't know the inside out of the game. Honestly.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The first half, we were treated to a lot of points. So far in the second half, we've seen more of the same.
If you play on offense, this is your kind of game. You've accumulated a whole lot of points, statistics, feeling great about things. Makes me wonder, though, halftime, defensive coordinators, defensive coaches.
Maybe nobody was listening.
Adjustments. Tell you what, you hear this sound? That's the sound of the game plan on defense for both sides. Just tear it up and throw it out. They haven't figured out anything.
They shredded it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a third down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see the franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Back now at Ford Field. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. The Saints on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing is Rattler. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. Brian Brzee, the man to bring him down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run. But you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Scarborough. He finds his man, complete. It's Shepard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
70 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Looking to throw, Scarborough. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll run with Gibbs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Scarborough. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And the Lions are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. And a quick throw there is incomplete. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a... Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 45 yards. To the air is Rattler. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
No.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead is up to 14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Oh, it was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Rattler working out of the gun. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try the left side. Goodwin. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle they go. Run. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll run again. 91 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
And they will take a knee here. The Lions stay alive as we say thanks for watching and so long. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.
Man, I'm an idiot. What am I doing? Jameson Williams right there. Two pick sixes. I put up 0 in the 4th. Whatever.